Oops, I missed the mark on this one. Big time. Brace yourselves folks, because the latest scoop on Ethereum is a real doozy. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it all. It's like a bombshell just dropped, and it's sending shockwaves through the crypto world. So, here's the lowdown. The Ethereum Foundation, just got hit with an inquiry from a state agency, and let me tell you, this isn't your run-of-the-mill situation. As far as I know, it's the first time they've been in the hot seat like this. Now, if you're holding on to Ethereum like a prized possession, you need to sit up and take notice. Trouble is brewing, my friends, and it's not just Ethereum feeling the heat. Other key players in the Ethereum ecosystem are also getting the government's attention. According to Fortune, it's all part of a larger investigation into whether Ethereum qualifies as a security. Yeah, you heard that right. It's the age-old question that's been lurking in the shadows for far too long. Now here's where it gets really sticky. The glimmers of hope we've been holding on to, those May ETF approvals that we've been crossing our fingers for, well, they're starting to look like a distant dream. If Ethereum gets slapped with a security label, you can kiss those approvals goodbye. It's like a dark cloud looming over the entire crypto landscape. And the timing, let's just say it's not a coincidence. These inquiries seem tailor-made to throw a wrench in the works, especially with those ETF approvals hanging in the balance. It's like they're using them as a Trojan horse to kick off this broader investigation they've got cooking. So yeah, things just went from bad to worse for Ethereum. But before you hit that comment button, I need you to stick around and hear me out. There's more to the story than meets the eye, and I'm here to break it all down for you. Now, the Ethereum Foundation is in the crosshairs of state authorities, and let me tell you, it's sending shockwaves through the crypto community. When the story first broke, it was like peering into the unknown. All we had to go on was a cryptic commit on Ethereum's public GitHub from February 26th, hinting at a voluntary inquiry from a state authority, with a sign of confidentiality. The Ethereum Foundation played it close to the chest, leaving us all scratching our heads. Who's behind this inquiry? Who are they after? The questions were endless and the answers seemed elusive. But this is just the beginning. As journalists started digging deeper, the plot thickened. The SEC, that heavyweight financial regulator, is gunning to slap the security label on Ethereum. Now let me tell you, if they succeed, it'll send shockwaves through the entire Ethereum ecosystem and beyond. That's not all. The SEC isn't playing games. They've been flexing their investigative muscles, sending out subpoenas left, right, and center to US companies. They want the dirt on any dealings these companies have with the Ethereum Foundation. It's like a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with the future of Ethereum hanging in the balance. If you're holding on to Ethereum, this is your wake-up call. Spread the word, share this information with anyone you know who's invested in Ethereum. If you've got friends or family in the know, make sure they're in the loop as well. It's fascinating to uncover that the Ethereum Foundation has been dropping breadcrumbs for us since February 26th through something called a Warrant canary. Picture it like a colorful bird perched on their website, signaling to the world that they haven't received any secret government subpoenas or document requests. It's a clever tactic used by companies to maintain transparency without explicitly disclosing sensitive information. Here's how it works. If a government agency does come knocking, the company can quietly remove the Warrant canary from their website, signaling to eagle-eyed observers that something's up, even if they can't come right out and say it. It's like a subtle wink and nod, a way for companies to keep the public informed without violating any legal constraints. Now, Ethereum isn't alone in this practice. Crypto protocols and other companies often use Warrant canaries as a safeguard against government overreach. It's a silent watchdog, ensuring that we, as members of the public, stay in the loop about any potential red flags. So, next time you're browsing a company's website and spot a missing Warrant canary, remember, there might be more to the story than meets the eye. It's a testament to the power of transparency in an increasingly complex digital landscape. Now let's break this down. Previously, the Ethereum Foundation had a straightforward disclosure on their website. They've never been approached by any agency worldwide in a manner that required secrecy. As of February 26th, that disclosure mysteriously vanished. Let's say the worst-case scenario unfolds and Ethereum is deemed a security. What does that mean for us, the Ethereum holders, and for the broader crypto industry? It's a question that's been lingering in the back of many minds. Now, we're not financial advisors, and we certainly don't have a crystal ball to predict the future, but let's indulge in a bit of speculation. If Ethereum were to be labeled a security, it would undoubtedly shake things up. The uncertainty alone would send ripples through the Ethereum ecosystem, affecting how the token is traded and the platforms that support it. Now, it's quite the coincidence how all of this is unfolding, isn't it? Just as BlackRock throws its hat into the rings with plans to launch a tokenized asset fund on Ethereum rails, the SEC decides to stir the pot. It's like a high-stakes game of chess with the crypto markets caught in the crossfire. Now I want to share something that really caught my attention today. It's a statement from the head of policy at A16Z along with the next CFTC commissioner. They're not mincing words when they say that the SEC's recent moves are sending shockwaves through the crypto world. According to them, when the SEC gave the green light for Ethereum futures ETFs to trade on regulated exchanges, they were essentially acknowledging Ethereum as a non-security. Now that is a big deal, especially considering it happened well after Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake in September 2022. Here's the kicker. If the SEC had any doubts about Ethereum's regulatory status in October 2023, they wouldn't have approved those ETFs. It's as simple as that. But there's more. If Ethereum were indeed classified as a security, the CFTC-listed futures contracts on which those ETFs were based would be in hot water. They'd be considered illegal, and any derivative tied to Ethereum would be subject to a whole different set of rules and regulations. In other words, it's a regulatory minefield out there with Ethereum caught in the middle. The importance of staying informed. And it's not just about Ethereum anymore. It's about the bigger picture, the ripple effects, the consequences of every move made by the powers that be. Take for instance the SEC's stance on Ethereum. If they were to suddenly classify it as a security, it would throw everything into disarray. I mean, think about it. The Ethereum futures ETF would be on shaky ground, walking the fine line between legality and illegality. But here's the kicker. The SEC can't just wave a magic wand and make things legal. They have rules to follow, regulations to uphold. If Ethereum were to be deemed a security, the SEC would be stuck between a rock and a hard place. They've already gone on record saying Ethereum is outside their jurisdiction, so what gives? It's a head-scratcher. The SEC's refusal to acknowledge the facts is leaving everyone scratching their heads. But here's the thing. Uncertainty breeds confusion, and confusion breeds opportunity. Sure, we don't know what's going to happen with Ethereum this cycle. It's a big unknown, a wild card in the deck, but that's the beauty of it. The thrill of the unknown, the excitement of the unexpected. So, buckle up folks. The ride's just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single twist and turn. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we'll have more updates for you tomorrow. See you tomorrow folks. It's gonna be one heck of a ride, so be safe.